Morning, it's Fish, Beach Bum Investor. I'm coming on a little early today because it's a big day. We've probably all heard the news out of China about the potential to, look, I don't even see it as massive news, the potential to ban Bitcoin exchanges. We'll talk about that in a second. Let me just post up on Steemit so the guys know guys and girls at Steemit know that we're in for the conversation. Won't be a second. Hey Zeman, I got your message over on Slack, man. I'll call you after. Just got a few things piling up. Is that for today, by the way? Or is that just any time, that interview that they're looking for? Oh, I'm getting feedback. Sorry, guys. Ah! Alright, cool. I'll just post this in Steemit and I'll be in for the chat in a sec. Anytime. Cool, man. Haha, Kong Savage Ruthless, back from the A-Dog crew. I came over, I dropped over and said good day to A-Dog this morning. He's playing some video game where he's running around shooting everyone. Age appropriate games, A-Dog. No, he was, I'll go, actually I got a like. I'll do an A-Dog, he was doing the biggest celebrations every time we got a couple more likes. I gave one to you this morning too, A-Dog. Pop one on your channel when I pop by for the live stream. Let me just get this posted up on Steemit very quickly. Oh yeah, cool. I notice I always sing or go do every time I go to post something. I don't know why I do that. Fill in the blank noise, I guess. So it's an interesting day in the economy, for sure, with the news coming out of China. Yeah, man, that's what I was sort of referring to, the Zeman. I was saying, do they want me to do that interview today on Bondi Beach Radio? I haven't even had a look. I'll have to. Hey, A-Dog, how are you, bro? Yeah, man, I'll give you a call or shoot you a text or whatever. I got some time after this that I can probably fill in. I got a busy weekend, man. I'm competing tomorrow, and Tanya O'Meara's coming down for Sunday and a few other days. So we got some recording, some filming to do for PIVX promo clips. So have to get in the surf. How unfortunate. Should be good. I don't know why I got this shadow thing going on. I'll try and face this more this way. Yeah, man, I'll try and do well. It's like an end of season comp, so it's not that. It's a fun comp. I'll get handicapped big time. Yeah, Slice Keeper, agree. I'll talk about that in a second, man. Another sale day for sure. 5 watching, stoked. Hey, Bubba D. Bubba D. You're one of A-Dog's crew. Am I about to get raided? Yeah, so we'll get on to the economy in a second. I agree with Slice Keeper. It is certainly sale day today. Maybe not bottomed out, but I think it has. See what happens. People wake up, they read headlines, and then they actually read the content and go, oh, it's not that bad. Well, they figure it all out. You just don't react to headlines. That's what my advice is. Find yourself worse off most of the time. I had a couple of good buy orders on PIVX because people panicked. So I can't help that. I'm going to pick it up if it gets sold in a panic. I'm going to do it. So yeah, I just bought a few people's PIVX too cheap this morning, in my opinion. But you make your own calls on that. I'll just get back to the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything to start with. Yeah, so definitely another sale day in my opinion. Yeah, Zeman, I'll get back to you after the show, man. We'll have a chat about that. I'm not sure, do they want me on for surfing or for crypto? I'm never sure these days when I get contacted for an interview what people want to talk to me about. Funny, I got asked for an interview on Cutback TV 2 years after, or a year after getting dropped from the Australian team. I think they're more interested in the crypto chat. Anyway, let's have a look at the economy. China's come out and said they're going to have a look at... Well, it wasn't even China coming out and saying it. It was one article out of Caxton, one of the Caxton news releases. And they're considering, regulating it, basically, putting it on hold, same as the ICOs. They're not saying ban forever. And if you actually read it, it specifically says that they're not going to ban the use of cryptocurrency in China. in terms of they're not making it illegal. They're just shutting down the exchanges in China. And as I've said before, smart Chinese investors can find a way around that. They can change into the US dollar and invest in the US dollar on pretty much other platforms. So I don't think it's as big a deal as the market made out to be. It's a lot of panic selling. You got to remember we're at infant stages of the market, so it is super volatile. It's new technology. You should be happy that you're in early, you know. Every time I see the market take a correction, I see it as opportunity. Because I think long term we are looking into the multiple trillions of dollar market cap. Long term, please don't expect it to happen overnight. But yeah, it's certainly interesting times. I'm just going to do an update on coin market cap just to get us some idea of where we're heading with the market at the moment. So I've got an old screen sitting here. I haven't updated it in a while. 148.95 billion last time I did a refresh on this one. Let's have a look. I think it will have dropped a bit because this was, oh no, about the same, 148.5. So definitely red figures over the last 24 hours, but again, same as last time. So when the ICO investment got restricted out of China, everyone panicked. And the market corrected. And we came back with pretty strong growth in no time once people realised, oh, the Chinese people will still be able to get their coins at market. Now they're looking at closing down the exchanges. Okay. A, I don't think it'll be permanent. B, please check your history on this. They've done this before. I think it was 2013 or 2014. Please don't ask me to quote the date. But they've done this before, and then they changed their mind. And they will do that again, in my opinion. Because the Chinese people are far too invested. Far too invested. Not just in terms of the actual investment capital in the economy at the moment, but the infrastructure, the Chinese mining farms for Bitcoin, etc. Chinese government's not going to ignore that investment and potential revenue to their own country. I don't think so anyway. I could be wrong, so please make your own decisions, as always. But you've got to not knee-jerk react to headlines. The headline looks bad. You read the article, it ain't all that bad. That's one article. Probably get discredited later this afternoon knowing China. So for me, it's a massive overreaction once again to news out of China. You've got to remember as well, like when I see PIVX going down, let me just share something with you that I had a look at this morning. And I thought, why has PIVX dropped to $3.30? Which, by the way, thank you to whoever sold it to me at that price. Might as well say it. I was having a look at PIVX this morning on CoinMarketCap. And I was looking at the trade volumes, as I like to do. And I was looking at which exchanges we were being traded on. And the funny thing is that the major exchange that we're being traded on is obviously Bittrex. Now, if I have a look at PIVX, sitting at $3.60, so a nice 10% since this morning. I don't know why somebody sold it to me that cheap. Anyway, they did. So, moving on. I had a look at CoinMarketCap, and what I did again is went down. I showed you yesterday, you go down to the trade volume, down the bottom. Sorry, you go down to markets. And it will show you the markets that PIVX is being traded on. Now, PIVX over on the CMY trade at BTC 100 has taken a massive hit, down to $2.21. But there's only $59,000 of trade volume going through that exchange. And I think that lead is sort of pulling down the price of PIVX. But I know where most of our crew are. I'm in contact with them. North America, Europe, Australia. I'm actually not in contact with many people in China. Not for PIVX anyway. So why are we taking a hit because of Chinese potentially putting restrictions on cryptocurrency? First and foremost, I don't think it'll hold up for it might even be 2 years that it holds up, but they'll change their mind eventually. They're not going to let the people lose money over this and lose all that infrastructure investment in China. I don't see it happening. Second of all, the Chinese population is a massive population, yes, but it still only represents 20% of the overall world population. So that's 20% forced to vote no I think that's even going to bring more appeal to decentralisation if they're not given the choice. But let's say they are forced to vote no to crypto. That's still 80% of the world that can vote yes. So, yeah, it's a big economy. Don't get me wrong, growing economy. But there's another thing to think about in that. Now let's have a look at the thought process here of a Chinese person. And let's say, okay, they've panicked because they can't sell it on the exchanges. So even if they make profit, how are they going to cash out? And it's a valid fear. But let's look at the Chinese economy and Chinese people over the last 10 to 20 years. The Chinese middle class has become quite successful, and they travel and they spend when they travel. Now, for a Chinese person thinking, I'm going to take 10 trips over the next 20 years, internationally, I'd like to see a few different countries. And they do love to travel. Why not get a crypto credit card? And then it doesn't matter what your government does with restrictions and regulations. You can just use that to spend when you're overseas instead of trading fiat at a massive loss because of the spreads that you get when you go and change money at a foreign exchange counter. Seems like a good idea to me if I'm a Chinese traveller. So I'd stack in now if I was in China, just in case they do restrict it. So I've got my crypto credit card all charged up and ready to travel. That's constantly going like this because the other 80% of the world has said yes. That's my opinion. I know China's a big player in this market, by the way. I'm not understating the impact of whatever's decision Chinese government are going to make. If they did actually close down exchanges, and at the moment there's nothing confirmed, so I think it's overreaction. But if they did actually close down exchanges, I think it would be temporary, but I think we would see significant retracement in the crypto economy at that point, and I'd say there's even a bigger opportunity. What? Oh yeah, cool. What's up, Xiao? Yeah, man, you're in time. I came in a bit early today because it's a big day, as you know. So I just wanted to get chatting about it. Xiao, what's your opinion? See, I've just been throwing the opinion that people are just knee-jerk reacting. Big overreaction to the news out of China that there's potential restrictions on Bitcoin exchanges or crypto exchanges. I think it's an overreaction because they've done this before, mate. 2013 or 14, they did it. They did the same thing and then changed their mind. Rinse and repeat, right? 4 years later, 3 years later, long enough for everyone to forget. Exactly. I agree. We could be both wrong, Xiao. We both need to admit that. We could both be wrong. But Xiao agrees. It's FUD. That's my opinion as well. So let's have a look at the economy. Let's see what effect we have and what cheap buys we have today. Yeah, exactly. They did, Xiao. I think they did ban it temporarily in 2013 and then changed their mind just as quickly. See, that's the thing with China. Regulation happens quickly. The government just goes, bang! It's not like other countries where there's all this bureaucratic red tape nonsense. When they make a decision, it happens. So, there's a lot of things I don't like about, not that I don't like, that I would do differently. Slicekeeper, people were talking about, I'm going to catch up with that chart. Give me a second. Slicekeeper just came in with a comment. People were talking about some trading trend. I forgot what it's called at the moment. Yeah, I take a look at the charts, and if you want resistance, support points for Bitcoin, I was looking at 42. I think I was looking at 42.50 and 39.50. Round numbers as usual. Because the news very clear, I think all started with the Chinese article. Don't know. Yeah, it did. Yeah. It started with one Chinese article that Caxton released and that Routers picked up on. And of course, Routers is a massive news outlet. And then bang, fear and uncertainty across the world. Easy. Think about it. If you are Caxton or if you're involved with Chinese media releases, not that hard to do. My opinion, please make your own decisions. But again, 80% of the world left, even if China's forced to vote no. I'll check on the stats of how much of the world's economy they control, but I know population-wise, it's around 20%. So it's still an 80% potential yes vote from the rest of us. So that's pretty good. Most politicians don't even go close to that. So we'll take that for crypto. 80% yes, that works. Yeah, let's have a look at the rest of the economy. See how we're tracking today. Have a quick rundown. Quick refresh on coinmarketcap.com. And we see Bitcoin at 4235. So, yeah, I said 4250. I speaking of Wilkie downstairs, and go to BTC Coin Market Caps markets and see Chinese markets, see why BTC price is very cheap. Yeah, good advice, Xiao. If you play around with your exchanges at the moment, there is some cheap buying, cheap buying. If you can get onto those Chinese exchanges somehow, I've got to figure it out, eh? Because I was saying PIVX going for $2.20 at $50,000 of volume. I have people who would happily take the whole 50,000 at that price. So we need to figure out how to get on these Chinese exchanges while the Chinese are fudding their own government's plan. Yeah, or leaked news. Maybe it may be fake news. You've got to be take the emotion out of it when you're investing. You know, sit back and assess all the information. Because for me, it was a really similar to back in May when Trump came out, and it was May or late May or early June. Trump came out and said, it might have been late May. Anyway, he came out and said, I'm going to sell off the Northern Oil Fields. Couldn't even do it, but everyone reacted to the headlines. When you read the article and do your research, you find out that he would have to get approval from the Senate, and the Senate would never approve it, so it's not going to happen. Simple. Anyway, the reason that was important, because obviously if he sells off the oil fields, it floods the market with excess oil supply. Supply and demand drives the price down. Just a quick explanation for you on the economics of why people sold off barrels of oil based on that one headline. So, I feel this is the same. I feel that if you do your research on it, China have done it before. And even if they do shut down the exchanges, I believe that it will only be in an attempt to gain some control over it and regulate it. That's my opinion. Please make your own decisions. I keep repeating that. I don't want to be responsible for people taking losses or investing. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's the way you just don't care. I wish I could understand Chinese. Xiao, we need to get someone who speaks Mandarin and Cantonese in our investment group, bro. We need to look into that. I got some people who are fairly proficient with Japanese coming in, so that's good. But yeah, I agree. We've got to find some people who can speak Mandarin and Cantonese. I'd like to keep a track of NEO and QTUM. Man, we missed out big time. We were talking about it the other day on the investment group, $10.90. We set it live and we said, let's buy some off the wall and set our orders here. And I'll just check QTUM, but at $13.26, that's good gains in a downturning market. That's a good gain. I wish I had got so I didn't do it again. I didn't pull the trigger. I put some more into ADEX. It's taken more of a hit. I like ADEX though, so I'll probably get some more today. Bargain hunting day. So, let's run through the market. Bitcoin 4235 down 7.74% in the last 24 hours. We don't have to go through individual reasons. This is an overall market correction based on the potentially fake news coming out of China. Ethereum's dropped below 300, 295. It was as low as 291 this morning. I saw that because I thought, go now. And then I got hungry and went down and got breakfast before a surf. Bitcoin Cash, good. Still, not good, I'm sorry to Bitcoin Cash fans, but I don't see the purpose in it. So 582, it's down 10%. Ripple, good, down. Don't care about it either. Litecoin's taken a retracement as far as $66 this morning. It is starting to kick back at $67.36 as people realise China's big, but they're not everyone. So, and they're not going to, in my opinion, I just want to say they're not going to do it. But I can't guarantee that, obviously. And even if they do it, it'll only be temporary. That's my opinion again. Dash down 333.57 is the coin price and down 2.72% over the last 24 hours. You notice those residual income coins tend to stay a bit steadier through the retracements. It's because people don't want to give up their coins that stake and earn them extra coins. I keep very few of my PIVX on exchange. Well, keeping a bit on Bittrex at the moment because Bittrex haven't got back to me. Bittrex, I always say you're a good platform. Please get back to me about my trouble transferring my PIVX off the exchange because I'd like to get that into my wallet and staking. Neo's had a funny old ride. I'm just skipping over a couple there. Goodness gracious me, IOTA's 52 cents. I'm doing it today. I've talked about picking up IOTA and I'm grabbing it because that is good tech. I've only just noticed it. I'm sorry. I don't care if I take a downturn on that from here. IOTA is good tech. I'm going to figure out how to buy that today. 52 cents is too cheap. My opinion, please make your own calls. Neo's been on a super interesting ride. It sort of came back down as low as, I think, 22 on the retracement. Now it's up to 23.90 already. IOTA had some security problems, exploits, launch, caution. Thank you, Xiao. I'm going to go have a read into that, but I'm still probably going to pick some up, depending on how big the security issue was. I'm going to have a look at that security breach. If you've got any more information on that, Xiao, thank you for dropping that in. That's important because I got excited by the price, figured it as part of the overall correction. And of course, this is part of being an investment team. Xiao's just gone, fish, hold your horses, mate, go and check this out first. I still like masternodes, not sure why. IOTA is hackable. Yeah. Hey, Scotty. IOTA I'll have to look on that because I can't comment on something that I haven't researched. I can't comment on whether it's hackable or not. Let me go and do the research. There's at least 2 people who think there's a security issue there to let all of you know. I'll go. If anyone wants to say it's not a big deal, please put your comments in. Let's get a discussion going because this is how we work. And if not, Zhao will carry it on in the Discord group. We'll make this public discussion because this is important to inform everyone in our team who is looking to get in on IOTA because I'm certainly one of them. Unless it's super hackable, then I'm out. I'll go do a balanced bit of research on this. Xiao, maybe you could drop some comments in the Discord group as well for people interested. Mr. Mystical, welcome back. Masternodes open up a world of computational power to a network. Yeah, for sure, man. Masternodes and staking as well. Do we know how many coins are required for a CIS masternode? I was in IOTA until I read about the security vulnerabilities. Let me get the chat, sorry. Trying to get it all at once. Thank you for contributing, everyone. Please keep it coming. I was in IOTA until I read about the security vulnerabilities. The review by MIT did not sound promising. Thank you. Good information, guys. Keep it coming. Hey, Slice Keeper. Oh, that's Seb Fox, by the way. Seb Fox, I'm not sure if we've met before. Welcome. Thank you for contributing. Xiao says, is a bit critical, but it's open source. People found vulnerabilities, but they can fix that easily. It's a really interesting debate. Really interesting. Go and do your own research and make your own decisions. For me, I've got to do my research, but if it all checks out, Xiao and I tend to think pretty in similar thought processes. Like if it's had a vulnerability and it's been exposed and they've been able to fix it, that's one less problem they have to face in the future, right? That could be an optimistic way of looking at it. I still like their yeah, man. I thought you were new. Welcome, Seb Fox. Yeah, well, we do this every day from about the same time, 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I get caught in the surf and jump in a little bit late. I am a bodyboarder. And sometimes I get on a little early when we've got some interesting news like this. So it's a little bit flexible. But you're welcome to join us, mate, with great info like that and great contributions. You're welcome anytime. We also have a Discord group that we'd all just discuss and come up with our own opinions and make our own buys. It's just like what we've done here, contribute research and allow us to do a little less work as individuals, which is cool. So welcome, man, and we'll put that link up later for the Discord group if you're interested in joining us there. So for me, if they can fix those problems and it doesn't, like I'll speak to some developer friends. Obviously, I've got contact with developers at PIVX and I can quickly ask their opinion on it. Drop the link for the first time, it's cool. You got it, Slice Keeper. We'll get onto that, bro. I want to look at that. I want to look up that coin, the CIS coin one that we were asked about. If anyone knows the answer to that straight off the top of their head, please drop it in the chat. How many coins are needed? Because I'm just going to grab our Discord link for anyone looking to join our investment group. So let me grab the Discord link, because we do invite the discussion. Again, I'll just stress, like, Zhao actually does have... We do have a set of rules for the group, but only to encourage open discussion. It's to protect open discussion. That's what the rules are written for. So Zhao has a list of the rules if you're interested, but it's mainly just don't attack people personally. And discuss whatever you like and bring research. And if it's a rumour, call it a rumour. Like, identify the information that you're bringing in. It's important. And yeah, that's all we do. We make our own decisions on buy and sells, and no pumping or anything like that. Chad. Yeah. Oh, Chad. Chad, is that you? Sorry, man. Yeah, of course. I was going to just drop you my phone number, because I've been busy, right? But if you call me, I can just pick up the phone. Yeah, I got it. I figured out who Chad is. Yeah, that's the famous Chad. I've often referred to him as my mentor over at PIVX. Yeah, I got it, man. Rhubarb Media. Go and have a look at the PIVX.org website, and you should all be a bit honoured who we've got on the chat here. Because if you go down to the bottom of that site, it tells you who had a bit to do with our rebranding. Chad himself. And if you have a look at the price action after that that rebranding, you can see why I've certainly taken the opportunity to take on Chad as a mentor and learn a bit about the finer points of marketing. I take him my rough ideas and he gives them a bit of a polish for me. So, works out well. Yeah, so let me just grab this Discord chat, because we do like to welcome people in. Zhao does have a lot of, I don't like to say control, because that's not what we're about, but we don't need to promote or anything like that. So to people who have invited me to cross promote the group, I thank you for the offer, but it's not something we're really looking to do. We're just bringing in that extra information and working as a team to cut down our overall workload. Our individual workload, so we can bring in one more. So I'm just copying the address here to a Discord. I'll pop it in the live chat now. Okay, getting better with my tech all the time. There's the invitation. So anyone's welcome over. We have a bit of a chat over there about crypto. Well, a bit. Constant chat about crypto. So yeah, for me, IOTA's good tech if they can sort out those issues. I like it at 52 cents. I'll go and do my research after this on that most recent news. Okay, let's have a look. Lisk has been pretty resistant through the dip. It's still at 683. That's one we've been keeping an eye on, so that's nice to see. Steam's taken a big retracement today, down 11.18%. There are shivers. Sorry, I forgot to confirm whether one of the head guys over there had left, as we heard. So, Seb Fox, I really like the concept behind IOTA, but the security vulnerabilities were worrying. They have fixed them now, apparently. Bang, I'm in. I'm going to go confirm that information and I'm in. Pull the trigger. That's me. Problems fixed, bang. Because I do like their tech in terms of the way it uses transactions to verify previous transactions. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I like IOTA's tech. Well, I'm going to look to get in on that today. Maybe just a little bit. I don't have heaps to throw in at the moment. We're working on some pretty big plans, so I'm going to just grab a pinch because I think it's cheap. And I want to get into IOTA. I haven't got any yet. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Factum was one as I saw it cheap earlier this morning. 100k from memory for System Masternode. That's the Sys Masternode for the person asking the question. That's from memory. We'll try and confirm that. Remind me. And we'll get it after we've had a quick rundown of some of the coins we've been keeping an eye on. Factum dropped below 25 this morning. I saw it again. I'm sure I saw it drop below 25. And I thought, there's that number. Buy it up, buy it up, buy it up. And I didn't. So be it. You can't, like, if you've taken profits, you've only got so many coins that you can look for retracements on to put it back into, right? So Factum's one I've been sort of eager. It's business, it encourages business transparency. So again, it's not going to be affected by China, right? Not in my opinion. Business transparency is a good thing. And if China's say that we want out on that, the rest of the world will probably say that's okay. We're gonna go ahead with it. And Factum provides that platform. So I like Factum long term. I liked it short term this morning at $25 too. We'll see what happens from there. But yeah, great. PIVX $3.60, good bounce up to $3.30 where someone sold it to me this morning. I'll get you to elaborate that on that, Zhao. I'm going to keep checking the market as we talk. Zhao's just said he's a little bit concerned about Binance, which is actually one of the platforms that I do have some coins on myself. So Zhao, if you could elaborate on that, please, man. Is that just because it's a Chinese-based platform, you think? I mean, even if they regulate it, the thing is they've said that they're not going to make crypto illegal, right? So they can't take coins off me that I've already got just because it's on a Chinese exchange, surely. Well, I'll go over there. I'll go to China and have a word with the government if they take my coins off that exchange. That'll get me locked up. I won't do that. But surely they can't do that. We'll see. A lot of manipulation and they lose a lot of coins. Really? I hadn't heard that. I'm going to look into that as well. I'm going to go check my Binance account actually and see if I've lost any coins with that news. I heard another one about my Ether wallet the other day. They were having trouble getting in, so I checked mine and it was fine. So I'm going to go into my account and have a look. I hadn't heard that, yeah. Keep me informed about that, bro, because there was another one that I was looking to get that was only going to be on Binance. Or it was going to be on Binance and very few other exchanges. Have a chat about that, man. We've got a lot to talk about. Oh, but that's going to happen, Zhao. Of course they're going to do... I wouldn't be surprised if the ICO coins delisted themselves to postpone, to try and maximise the investment capital, the venture capital that they raised during the ICO phase. That's my opinion. Like, if they were going to be on Binance and all of a sudden exchanges are restricted, that's interesting. Byton, BYTOM, we've talked about that before. That's actually one that Joe really liked. I think it was Joe liked that one. But the Z-Man's just said that Byton is still visible, but I can't access it on Binance. That's interesting. I had a similar problem with one at Bittrex a while ago, and then it actually became available. Hang on, no, that was District 0x. Let's go and see if that's available on Bittrex soon. Cool. That's interesting. See, I says, hey, Cranky Pete, welcome, bro. Welcome to the chat. They're focusing in other coins now. They don't care about Chinese users. They said there's about 15% of their users. Like I said, 15%, 20% being the population. I think they're still... Mum, if you just check my live stream, you'd realise that I'm using my phone for my live stream. Be good to have you as a supporter. Mum just called. Sorry about the quick interruption there. 0x is on Polo. Is that? Yeah, cool. I saw it pop up in the District in the Bittrex exchange, and I went, oh, that's funny, but then I couldn't get to it. Let me just check Bittrex now because I've always got it open. Let's have a look. District 0x I'll just put in District because it comes up with it anyway. That's interesting. It's gone now. DNT it was, I'm sure. It's gone. It did pop up on the Bittrex exchange for a while, which makes me think they're prepping for that. I could be wrong. Could have just been an error somehow, but how would that error get in there unless they were actually considering? I'm just going to have a sip of my water. I'm sorry, I've been out surfing this morning, so a bit thirsty from the saltiness. Okay. Getting back to the chat. Yeah, Pete picked up a pony for his daughter. Well done, Pete. That's awesome, bro. Crypto Farlap? I don't know. Good name for a horse. Oh, you went with Chai. Chai for the pony. Cool. I like it. Let's get on to crypto. Yeah, I agree. Sorry for that quick interruption to tell you what Pete did today. I'm always a bit late getting into the chat. DNT and ZRX are separate coins. Thank you for that, Seb Fox. Yeah, DNT, I was talking about District 0x, sorry. ZRX, DNT was District 0x. I'm sure that was the trading name for it. Let me just check on the trading symbol, I beg your pardon. Let me just check that for you on CoinMarketCap. DNT. Yeah, it is. District 0x and ZRX, I think was the other one, is 0x. So 2 different coins. Fashionably late as always, but yep. So great information again from another one of our newcomers, Seb Fox. Just be careful about it because there are coins with similar names and you want to make sure that you're buying the investment that you've researched, obviously. Not you're buying because everyone else did. So, yeah, great info from Seb Fox there again, just to make that distinction. I was referring to District 0x, DNT being the trade symbol. Let's have a look. Okay, there is a link, though, between 0x and District 0x, but they're selling separately. We'll have to have a look into that. And then DNT made a public vote. They're reviewing the application now because SEC, it takes more time, yeah. Cool. So that's an interesting little discussion there about Binance and where they're going in the future. Look, I don't see it as Jia was commenting about the ICO coins getting pulled. I think that's natural. I think if I was at ICO on a heavily, like a NEO-based ICO, I'd probably hold off for a bit too and see if it's all just scare tactics and it'll all be lifted in the next 30 days or 60 days or something. I think that's what Red Pulse are doing. I think they're delayed. So, it's not a big deal. I don't want to downplay it too much because obviously China's a massive player, but I just don't see it being a big deal long term. I don't see the Chinese government just saying goodbye to all that crypto infrastructure that their people have essentially built in their country through mining farms. It's huge in China. Massive. That's where the mining power is. I don't think the Chinese government are going to let that go. Pete's just said he really likes Binance. Mate, I'll tell you the reason you like it. They have actually cheaper commissions. They only charge 0.1% instead of 0.25% like most of the exchanges. So it is a good value exchange. And Pete's just put in a coin there. Good time to get BNB. Is that a typo, Peter? I haven't heard of that one. BNB, let me just shoot. Oh, Binance. Sorry, I should have heard of it. I've got it. Yeah, man, I quite like Binance. I can't remember why I liked it. I'd have to go and recheck my research for that one, but I bought it as a long-term hold. I've never changed my opinion on that, so where are we at? Wow, took a hit. Yeah, please go buy it. Help me out. No, I'm kidding. Please make your own decisions on that. I'll get back onto my notes on Binance and see why I bought it in the first place. But I remember being impressed about it. Seb Fox, for the IOTA news, I checked the article on Medium by Neha. Let me get that message. For the IOTA news, I'd check out the article on Medium by sorry about the pronunciation here. Neha Narula from MIT. And the related responses from IOTA. Thanks very much, Seb Fox. That's great. I'm going to go have a look for that. That's cool. That's what you want. That's research gold. What Seb Fox has just brought us there. So go and find that article. Go and search MIT or article on Medium by Neha, N-E-H-A, November Echo Hotel Alpha, for those of you who can't understand my accent. Narula, November, Alpha, Romeo, Uniform, Lima, Alpha. So that's the author on that one. Yeah, thanks, Seb Fox. I'm sure we will, man. That's what we do. So we'll get you over on that Discord group and we drop articles like that to each other as well. Helps us cut down on the individual work we have to do. It's good. So yeah, some good information from the crew there. Thanks, guys, for contributing as always. Let's go back and have a look at the rest of the coins we've been keeping an eye on the market. Do a quick update and see where we're sitting. These markets move incredibly quickly. Like, I think we're at 147.5 when we started. 147.25 at the moment, so 300 million just like that. Thanks, Xiao. Xiao's dropped that link on the Discord group. So that just makes it easier. Instead of 10 of us having to go find it, Xiao's just popped it on there and now we all get it. See what I mean? Collaboration cuts down our workloads and we all benefit from it. So it's a good little investment group. Let's have a look. What else did we have a look at? Yeah. Sorry about this. 10x at 266 is good buying. It's my opinion. I'm thinking about getting a 10x credit card. Anyone got any opinions on 10x? I like it, eh? Is there any reason for this massive 17.67% retracement that I've missed? Or is it just part of the overall market correction? Because I like 10x. It's a good platform. It's got plenty of other value propositions other than... Yeah, okay, Xiao's just said it's one of his favourites. Most long-term holds. I think we've seen it as high as $4, yeah, somewhere around that mark. Up, maybe even up over that in history. Team amazing, tech amazing. Bang on, Xiao. Yeah, I'm going to pick... That's about the 10th thing I've said I'm going to pick up today. Definitely looking at picking up some stuff today, though. I've got a little bit of extra investment capital at the moment. Not heaps, but I'll chuck in a little bit extra and see what happens. 10x is looking good for mine at that price. $2.66 is too cheap. Too cheap. It's not just a credit card. There are other platforms that... Yeah, exactly, Seb Fox. Man, I even had Monaco, or Monaco, however you want to pronounce it. I was surprised, because it was essentially just a credit card, right? Really sleek marketing, don't get me wrong. But it was a credit card. 10x has much more value proposition to add to the cryptocurrency than that. Including the ability for me to spend my PIVX once it hits $20 a coin. Please don't see that as a serious price prediction. I'll do some maths to actually predict a price for PIVX later. I've got a really cool idea on how to predict a price point. You know those formulas I build? I'm going to build one for PIVX, and I've got a really cool way to predict that formula based on some cool information that I can't tell you just yet, but I got some cool information coming your way, and I'll do that formula. Yeah, I like Factum's just taking a little dip again, so get into... I like that. It's up to you, make your call. PIVX at 356 when I refresh, so it's dropped a little as well. Let's have a look. Whoa! Missed that chat. Let me have a look. I think NFC is future. I remember talking about Token Card on launch more than a year ago and we shrugged it off. Yeah, I got Token Card. Yeah, Euclid's credit card base as well. I haven't looked into it fully, but I had a look into their credit card just because I'm trying to decide which crypto credit card to go with for when I do some travelling. I reckon it'll just be better than changing my Aussies and getting ripped off at the exchange counter. So I'm putting my future travel budget in now. More to play with later. Yeah, so Euclid accepts PIVX. Exactly, that's why I was looking into it. Euclid's one that does accept PIVX. I think we're either... I don't know if we're on 10x yet. I think we are, but if not, we are soon. We're coming on soon. We've been talking about that over at the group, at the PIVX Slack group. Near field communication is just using your phone or something. Okay, cool. Thank you for that clarification on what NFC was standing for there. Thought it might be a new version of Ultimate Fighting. Just joking. Just catching up with the chat. Sorry guys, you're killing it with the chat. So it's like Apple Play. That's what Mr. Mystical's saying. Thank you, Mr. Mystical. Doing well. Walton would be a good bet if you think NFC is the future. Yeah, I saw Walton getting up the charts a bit, and then I saw it taking that retracement. I hadn't really had a good look into it. Thank you, Slicekeeper. Good information. So this chart at the moment is pretty much you guys. I'm not really adding a lot today. But I have been taking it a little bit easier because I've been working too hard. So I'm sorry about that. Got to balance everything out. But great information from the usual crew. Yeah. So good to see you guys keeping the chat going amongst yourself. That's awesome. Just keep helping each other out with that advice and that. Not advice so much, just collaborative research. Everyone should make their own opinions and own decisions. Verge has retraced a bit. That's like I sold out of a stack of it at pretty high prices. So I'm not disappointed to see it retrace. I've got some money set on the buy wall there. Quite like it still. They keep ticking off those development targets, so I know it's actively being worked on. It's good enough for me in this economy. It's not always the case. You got to be careful about what you get into. That's kind of what happened with Komodo. I think they went a bit quiet on talking to people about what was going on with the development of their tech. I think that's what happened, and then they came out and said, "Oh, we're still here." Here's some more tech for you. And the market gobbled it up. Komodo went skybound. Really good gains on that in a short time. I had a bit of that myself. I'd just been sleeping on it. Let's have a look. ADX too cheap at 83 for mine. And I'm not just saying that because I've got some. I might even get some more. To me, it's about disruptive technology, right? The ability to disrupt a whole industry. I wish Chad was still in the chat. Chad, I'd love to hear your opinion on ADX. Because ADX is like decentralized advertising, essentially, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I don't think he is on the chat, but I'd love to. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll actually go and ask Chad, because we're going to have a phone call on his opinion on ADX, because he is a marketing guru. So let's go and ask his opinion on that. A couple coming through on the chat here. EOS will be a mass competitor to ETH. I got mixed feelings about EOS, Mr. Mystical, I got to be honest with you. Yeah, that's my mixed feelings. Sorry, I'm just saying your next message. Their ICO just sucks. Yeah, that's my mixed feelings about it. What's to say they aren't just like reinvesting their own, buying back up, essentially circulating money back through the ICO for a year, and they're just going to take the money and run off and not do any development from this stage on. I don't want to say that's the case. It's just not for me. I prefer things that are clearly being... I just didn't like it. Didn't like the year-long ICO. So I'm just staying away from it. It's not a personal attack. Oh, good, cool. No, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. Mr. Mystical just said, I know some of the team personally, and they are smart. Look, that's my way of censoring myself. It was an expletive after that. But good comment, man. Good comment. If you know the team over there, that puts a lot of people at ease, They're working on it. They're still going. You're confirming that they're still working hard on the... Not that they're just smart, that they're still working hard on the project as well. Mr. Mystical, can we quote you on that one, mate? Just to confirm and to clear up that, because EOS is not a bad project for sure. I just didn't like the ICO. So the ICO is not finished yet. No, it goes for a year, man. I can't remember the close date, but yeah. So if you can confirm they're still working on it and not just being smart, because smart's one thing, but I want to know they're working on it, brother. So if you can just confirm that in the chat, if you can, we'll clear that up to make sure we're giving a fair shake to EOS, because I don't want to just say I don't like it. It's not a balanced opinion. You got an email for bonuses this morning on LAT. I like LAT, Pete. Can we talk about that, man? I want to know how I get involved. That's LA token for anyone interested. It's about 30%. I'm in. Pete, can I Discord, private message, group message? Let everyone know, let me know please as well, because I like that one. It's essentially going to... What their value proposition is, what they're trying to add to the market, is they're trying to allow people to unlock the equity in their investments, essentially. So for me, I've got a major stack of equity in my house, and I'd maybe be able to, I would be able to, through this plan, be able to sell off, say 5%, 10% of my house to an investor who thinks the Australian property market is going to do this. I think what he's referring to, Mr. Mystical, is a sign-up bonus, like a early investor bonus. You get them quite often in the ICO phases. So they'll have different phases, and to bring in early VC, if you like, early venture capital, they'll actually offer you additional coins. 1.2 trillion estimated worth of assets is the aim too. Wow, yeah, that's a big aim. That's ambitious. I don't mind them putting ambitious targets like that. What's the timeline for that, Pete, though? Because they're not going to do that overnight. No way, man. They better check the actual overall economy before they start aiming for that. Anyway, but look, potentially, yeah, long term they could certainly get to there. Certainly. But let's not say that that's going to be overnight. I'm just going to finish my thoughts on LA token, then I'll get back to Slicekeeper's comment there. So yeah, I like the idea that I'd be able to potentially, because I think the market in Australia is overbought at the moment, but I don't want to sell my house. I don't want to go to the banks and redraw on my thing, but I'd be happy to sell someone 10% of my house in terms of an investment, which gives me the option to buy it back when I'm ready. Because if they get growth on the price of my house over the next however long I want to use that money for, 12 months, 18 months, 5 years, good for them, well done. Because the other 90% of the house which I own's gone up as well. I don't care. And I've used that money to make money in other places. So it just allows me to unlock the actual equity and make it more liquid. And I've got businesses, I've got the house, I've got cryptocurrency portfolio, I've got share portfolios, I've got assets. I don't want to sell them, but I'd love to use some of the equity in them, see if I can make it work a little harder for me, but I don't want to sell them. So yeah, I like that token and what they're trying to. Yeah, this is my house, bro. It's a shack. Don't get me wrong, like it's an old one, but I got a brilliant buy on it 5 years ago. It's 6 bedrooms, so it's downstairs, upstairs, 2 lots of kitchens, I pretty much bought 2 apartments and a block of land, and that's why I just went, nah, too good a value. I got to jump on that, and my mortgage, like I rent out rooms here, and yeah, I rent them out. I got bodyboarders staying here, bro. A lot of my closest friends. Got Tyson Ryan, got Scotty Kitchen, Noah Simmons, all live in this house. If you go and look up all those names, you'll be able to find them on YouTube, bodyboarding some crazy waves around the world. Actually, Noah Simmons won the national championship at 16 years of age, and he's 19 now, so he's only getting better. Yeah, the roads are pretty good, man, for bicycling. Big bicycling community around here because it's beautiful. It's just perfect every day, pretty much, the weather. It's incredible weather on the Gold Coast. Yeah, so I don't know how I got sidetracked from there. I do tend to do that, but yeah, I rent out the house, and like honestly, my rental income is double my mortgage. So it's a pretty friendly little asset that I've got here. It's because I like living with people, you know. Always got a crowded house, so it's good. Keeps me entertained and busy, and always got people around to talk to, so never lonely. It's good. Yeah. The bikes are getting bigger. I don't know about them. I don't know the bike shorts are necessary, are they? Someone, if you're a cyclist, please let me know. Are they really necessary? Because, I don't know, when I'm getting my cup of coffee in the morning and I get an eyeful, you know, I'll put a towel around myself when I change at the beach. Like, the wetsuit's kind of necessary in the water, but I don't know, they probably are necessary. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. I've got no problem with cyclists. Get out there, keep fit, save the environment by using your bike instead of a car. Great initiative. We should have more of it in Australia. Sorry to give you a hard time about the active wear. Sounds like a good living situation as well as an income stream. Nice, yeah, man, it's good. It's look, actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. No, I'm not hating, man. I'm not hating. I'm only joking around, Mr. Mystical. I like to joke a lot, brother. Yeah, you're welcome to call me a wax head or give me a hard time about the wetsuits I wear being a little bit tight or a little bit loose, as they usually are. Most people give me a hard time about that because I've lost a bit of weight, so the wetsuits aren't exactly fitting anymore. Nexus, Blake, thank you for the question and welcome to the channel, mate. Nexus I haven't had a good look into. Let me have a look into that one for you. I'm going to put it on the board. We have a board here, man, and things I've got to look into because I can't give you an opinion on something I haven't researched. And with this many cryptos in the economy, it is hard for me to keep a track of absolutely everything and give you a really good, what I'd like to see as my best opinion on it. So if I can ask you, I'll write that on the board and we will get to it either today, tomorrow, in the next couple of days in Crypto Chat. I've got an investment discussion group that I can ask to contribute their thoughts on Nexus and we can give you a really good opinion on it. So here comes from Seb Fox, actually. Nexus looks interesting, supposed to be mega secure. And obviously that's something that's going to be critical to people coming from the outside space who see hacking as an issue with blockchain investing. So that's interesting. And especially with what we've just seen with IOTA. So just give me a second, man. I'm going to put that on the board so I don't forget it, or I do tend to forget it. So let me have a look. It started rising on Bittrex recently. Keep the chat up, guys. I'll just grab the pen. Let's go with green. Alright, man, we'll put it on the board. It's not, Blake, if you're just joining us, it's not your regular sort of board, it's a body board, but I'm a bodyboarder, so I'm going to use what I got. Nexus. NXS, I think it is, isn't it? From memory, I've seen it on there, man, I just never researched it. Nexus, we're putting it on the board, brother. For Blake. Nexus is on there, bro, we'll have a look at it. Cool. Sorted. Yeah, NXS, I thought so. I've seen it on there. It's like top 100 coin. I'm sure of it because I've seen it a few times. So I'll have a look at it, man. I just haven't formed an opinion on it yet. That's also don't want to waste your time with guessing. Let me do some research for you. It's, you know, it might go up today, and my research is a little bit late, but at least it's an informed opinion and decision then for you, you know, rather than just guessing. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know much about Nexus. I'm going to have a look into it. Actually, I know virtually nothing about Nexus. Yeah, Navcoin does look interesting. I started looking into it. I'm going to do that one as well. I haven't got enough on that yet, but Navcoin does look interesting. So Nexus and Nav, why don't we put them on for tomorrow? I'll get some opinions, and we like to do a new coin every now and again when we can have a look at it. I don't believe we've looked over NXS, Nexus, or... Yeah, Blake, we can have a look at Golem. Golem's... I don't know. We'll go with those two for now, bro. Let's go with Nexus, because I've done Golem before. Both small caps that I think will make good gains soon. Cool, bro. We'll have a look at them. We'll have a look at them. Nav and NXS. There you go. Especially for you, new member. We're doing 2 coins for you on your first day here. That's pretty impressive. So we'll get the investment crew onto that. We'll all contribute some research, and we'll get some assessments. And usually we have a bit of we'll watch pre-vids. Yeah, cool, man. We'll have a bit of a chat about it, and we'll bring you a balanced opinion, because very, very rarely does the entire investment group agree on a single coin. We pretty much don't. So we'll bring you the views of both yeses and nos from our group, and why. That's what we like to do. So we'll put that out to the Crypto Waving. That's the name of our investment group, the Crypto Wave Investment Group, and we'll see what information we can get for you for the discussion. Give me 48 hours on it. I'll try for tomorrow, but if I can't, I'll get it in the day after. So it's on the board. I won't forget it. Nexus and Navcoin during the next 48 hours. There's my commitment to the new contributor, Blake. Thank you very much, Blake. All right, so I'm actually going to check out today. I've got a lot on. Chad has messaged me, and I really need to get a phone call done with him. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, and it is on a very, very, very exciting couple of projects we're working on at PIVX. Yeah, so Zhao's just asked. I don't know how. I don't do this because I don't know how social media works. I've never been a fan of it, and Zhao's managing that for me now, and we're just starting. So please don't hold him responsible for anything that's going on now. You'll see improvements going forward. That will be Zhao. But he's just said, new people, please like and subscribe. So there you go, passing on the message from my social media manager, Zhao. Yeah, thanks for dropping by for the discussion today, as usual. I really do see China as fear and doubt. Fear, uncertainty and doubt is what FUD stands for. That's a view interested, but I don't see it as a... Yeah, thank you too, Blake, and thank you to all the regulars who drop in and enjoy the discussion. I have a bit of fun as well, Blake. I'm not you might have figured out, I'm not super serious. I do work for PIVX. Oh, please excuse me. I'm on the PIVX team. I want to make that very clear, because I don't want to mislead you. I do talk about PIVX a lot. I love the coin. I work on marketing there. I'm also the first athlete in the world to be sponsored by a cryptocurrency. So, professional bodyboarder, and I do enjoy the crypto chat. But I want to make very clear that I do work with PIVX. So, just so there's not a conflict of interest, man. You know, I don't want anyone to think I'm on here dishonestly. So, yeah, I do work with PIVX, and if you'd like to invest in PIVX, of course, we'd welcome you. But you'll never see me promoting it, yes, pumping it, no. So that's just something I want to make clear for all the new people here. Just because I'm not wearing my PIVX beanie today doesn't mean I'm not going to have my PIVX hat on later in terms of working. But it's great to discuss all these coins. At PIVX we don't necessarily, there are some coins that we're not huge fans of, but we welcome other coins into the economy, bringing new ideas and new tech and new overlays and applications for blockchain, which helps wider recognition of this technology, which is good for all of us. Thanks, Xiao. Yeah, Xiao's agreed that the best community in crypto is PIVX. PIVX to the moon. Okay, guys, let's stop this. But if you want to get over, please do come over and check it out for yourself. If you go to pivx.org, there is a Slack group link. You just click on the link, send yourself an email invitation, and join us over there at the PIVX Slack group. I'm Fish, the Beach Bum Investor. Over at the Slack group, I'm just Fish. Not just Fish. F-I-S-H. If you'd like to contact me personally. I've got a stack of messages over there to get through, and I am sorry that it's taking a little time, but I will get back to all of them. So please feel free to send those messages. I'm out for the day. Hope you all do well with your investing. Please do your research. Please watch your buy points. And don't trade on emotion because it won't get you anywhere. Fish out for the day. Take it easy, frothers.